In this video, I am going to be teaching you how to ethically steal your client information. Now, ethically, right? Every single business out there does this. Amazon, Tesla, Apple, Google, of course, Samsung, right? Every company does this. Now, do they always do it ethically? Probably not. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to take advantage of the tech side of your business that you probably aren't doing, or the consumer data side, right? Whatever you want to call it. But basically in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to obtain more information from your clients to help you close more deals, more sales, and overall do better marketing. Now, this might be a series that I do because, there's so many ways to do this, but in a specific video, I'm going to be showing you how to do this with a form. Now, to break it down in a simple understanding way, let me see, boom. So pretty much, when you fill out a form, right, whenever you're accessing an endpoint, usually when you deal with, bigger companies, they're tracking everything you do. So if I click here and here and here and here, they can see that. Or if I do something like, hold on, move one wire out the way. If I do something like Devin at blah, 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 right? And if I leave it alone, they can see, okay, so Devin at DM, DDM, whatever, he started filling out the form, but he didn't finish. Why? Well, they can track data to see why they do that too. But in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to see when someone fills out a form, but they don't finish. And when you do that, you can take not only their email, their name, and their phone number to later market and do whatever, but at the same time, you can fill out your CRM and get more information on, okay, so they came to the booking page, but they didn't hit finish booking for whatever reason, right? Now, in order to make this work, there's going to be 3 workflows. The first one is going to be the main backend, right? This is the main workflow to track everything that they do and then get the information. But in this specific video, we're only going to be taking in anything they fill out as far as email, name, and phone number goes. So, to do this, of course, you want to have a webhook. Now, this webhook is for the form progress, like I explained before. When they fill out the email and the name and the phone number, but they don't actually hit book or the enter button, you can still get the information. Now, again, this is ethical because, for one, you're not stealing it. They're coming to your endpoint, your website, your landing page, your application, and they're putting information in. It's not illegal, and it's ethical. However, if you were stealing this information from, let's say, a Chase Bank landing page, right? That's illegal. If you're doing it for another business, or if you were somehow tricking them with injection to a text message or whatever, that is not ethical. Don't do that. But this right here, if they're coming to your website and filling it out, that's free game. So let's get into it. So whenever they start to fill this out, for example, this one. Okay. Let's say test for live event. Let's go ahead and hit Devin at Gmail. And then the name's going to be Dev. And the phone number is going to be whatever. Right? Boom. But I don't finish booking, right? Come back here. Let it sit for a second. Boom. There we go. So I believe I have it set up to like 5 seconds, maybe 10. Whenever the activity stops, right? So they're filling it out, and for some odd reason they don't finish, this webhook right here is going to run. And as you can see right here, where is it? Yep, email, their name, phone number. Link they were at in this situation is just a demo I made using ChatGPT, or the demo landing page. See what else? The time, all that, the lead ID. And yeah, workflow takes in the webhook information. It'll go here to a normalizing code node to populate the fields to be used later down the line. So as you can see right here, it'll take everything in and it'll spit out a lead ID, email, name, phone number, the step that they were on, the last URL, first scene, all that, which it'll make more sense later on. But after it does this, we can run it. Boom, there we go. And now this right here, just Google Sheet node, open it up. It'll take in the lead ID, that's right here, and it'll check, okay, Are they in the CRM already? Are they in our system? Who are they? Let's go ahead and run it. Boop, there we go. Boop, there we go. So now, you'll be like, okay, they were found in row number 2. They were found in row number 2. Go to the sheet. Now, I already filled this out, so it's not going to work the exact same, because if you have a duplicate, you don't want duplicate contacts for one person, right? Now, again, you could change this workflow around to update every time you enter the form. Like, let's just say you have a cleaning business, and after 6 months, a returning client comes back with a new email and phone number, then you probably want to capture that. But you don't want to spam the old email or phone number, because then that not only hurts your tracking, your analytics, saying, okay, well, now you're going to get a lower percentage on open rates now for no reason, right? It can hurt your analytical numbers. And if you're texting a old phone number that somebody else might have now, then they report you for spam, and then it creates more problems, right? So you could just set this up to update the contact information, or you could just not take it in. It's up to you, really. But for this demonstration, I'm not going to get too deep into that part. But again, I just wanted to give you that knowledge right there. But this right here means that row number 2, this contact already exists according to the lead number or lead ID. And I should say this, I forgot to say it earlier, but this is based off of the, let's just say the IP, right? Because I did all this on the same computer multiple times. As you can see right here, these are the, if you look right here, they're the same thing. Same lead ID. Oh, there you go. Same exact thing. Because I'm using this computer. If I was to set this up on my MacBook, for example, or fill it out on my phone and use ngrok and all that to connect it to my local backend or host on a server, whatever, the lead ID would be different. When you're dealing with servers and tracking and all this, you want to make sure that you can do it on a very, I don't know if molecular is the right word or not, but the more details you can be, the better. Because if you can realize, or if you can track that somebody with the same IP address, or let's say a home address or a MAC address for a device or whatever, is coming back on different accounts, you can see, there's a good example right here. Let's just say the MAC address is being tracked, right? So this is the permanent MAC address for my desktop, right? Can't change it. If I see that a brand new contact with a brand new email, name, and phone number is being added repeatedly with the same MAC address, I can tell, okay, one person keeps making new accounts or keeps signing up for my product and or my service over and over again with different names and different accounts. So it could be, someone taking advantage of a free trial or a demo or trying to scam you, whatever. Take the information as you will. But without getting too stuck on this one node for like 15 minutes, let's go ahead and move on. So after that, you check, or you take in the webhook information, you get the fields that you need, correctly populate everything, my fault. And then you check if they already exist in the CRM. And then if they do, you merge them together. If not, then it comes out as one. Now, as you can see, one more thing. There's 2 leads or 2 individuals in my CRM, right? 1 and 2. Go back here. There's 2 of them here. But because I came through here with a brand new, or again, I'm using the same device still. So notice it's not 3 items being passed through. It's only 1, because all 3 of these contacts are the same person, because it's being tracked by the lead ID. Lead ID. Now, moving on. This if node is pretty much going to say, okay, does this contact already exist? If they do, go up to the true path. Let me move this over. And if they don't, come down here to the false path. Now, the true path, let me see what this one, I'm pretty sure it's going to go up to the bottom. Yeah, okay. So if it goes here, you could just append it to the spreadsheet right here. Let me see if I can demo that for you. Yeah, boom, it gets added again. So it's good to track, like, okay, this person keeps signing up with different accounts. Why? I don't know. But again, the more information you can have, the better. What was that? Oh, okay. My fault. Again, the more information you can have, the better. So that's what it does right here. Now, actually, is this incorrect? My logic might be off here. Hold on. If true, hold on. Yeah, so my logic is a little bit off here. If it went up to this route right here, it would be an update to the row, opposed to just creating a brand new one. But again, this part didn't really matter, so I kind of just threw it in there. I just realized that just now, but yeah. So this part doesn't really matter for this demo purposes, but if the row already exists, right? Meaning, if this right here, all this information came through, and if it already existed, it'll be over here, or should be here, but it's coming through for here, guys. I think my logic is a little bit off, or maybe I just routed it differently. I'm not gonna look too deep into it right now. I'm pretty sure the if the row exists, false, go here, but it does exist. So if row numbers, no, it shouldn't be row number, it should be lead ID. We're gonna do a quick little experiment right now to test this out. Every video, y'all get to see me troubleshoot something. I don't fake none of my videos. This is all live. I build all this myself, which is very rare on the internet, believe it or not. If lead ID is equal to, there we go. So now, let's check this right here. One of these should be updated. I don't know which one exactly. I believe the newest one should be updated. What happened? Yeah, the original. Okay, so yeah, this is what I said earlier about how you could just update the CRM to replace the contact information that's already there, but you don't have to do that. Now, am I going to do that? No, I'm going to go ahead and just undo it right now. Just because, what is this? This is empty. It should say true. Something happened just now. Something happened. Okay, so when I was running these tests, something happened. Well, when I ran this earlier, this should say no, that should say true. But anyway, moving on with the workflow. These are pretty much identical, besides this one code node that's different here. Let's go ahead and open this up. So this pretty much will add on a 30-minute field to be passed on to the second workflow. Meaning, whenever this reminder gets set right here, it'll add on 30 minutes. Okay, so after 30 minutes, if they don't come back and complete it, then send them a reminder saying, hey, you didn't finish the form. Here's the link. They want to come back. They need more information, etc. Let's go ahead and run that. And then it'll update the reminder schedule for, I believe this one right here. Or is there more than one? Yeah, this should be updated right now. So if we run this, let's see what happens. Oh, what happened? Let's see. Ah, that's the error right here. Okay. There we go. Okay, so yeah, this same one is updating still because, or this first row, because we made the update here. So now instead of working on this latest one in row 4, we're working on the updated contact information, since the system thinks that this client is the same one as this one, which it is. So it's going to update the original contact information first now. But then, yeah, then from there, you will send it through with a webhook or confirming the system saying, okay, the reminder is scheduled for this. This is their lead ID, and now it's in the system. So that's workflow number 1. Now we move on to workflow number 2. This reminder workflow right here will run off of a cron trigger, meaning every 5, or should be like 5 minutes or so, but every 30 seconds, the system will check, okay, is there any, let's go ahead and do that. Is there any new leads? So it'll pull every single row that we have to the fore. 2 to 5. Oh, there's 5 rows now? Oh, I guess so. Okay. Yeah, because I reran it, right? Yes. So now it'll check, okay. It'll pull every single item we have in the sheet. And then in this code node, it'll check which contact inside the CRM should be contacted right now. Based off of these few rows right here. Based off of the reminder schedule. To the system, these are all the same contact, but since this is the first item for that contact, it's only going to update this one right here. So you have the information for everything that he began to fill out, but this is the only one that's getting send a reminder because it's their main contact. But again, you can go through and change this to only update one other contact information. Again, like I said earlier, it really depends on the system you want, how you want to take it in. But I always recommend taking in as much info as you can, especially with AI, because the more info that you take, the more analytical you can get. Just basic knowledge right there. All right, so boom, now we do this. Hold on. Oh, okay, so the time is, so it's going to be, hold on. Yeah, we got to change this to 8:32. Really? I don't know military time, but I believe, no. Yeah, this is, oh, no. 1780, 18. So let's change this to, I don't know military time, but I'm going to assume it's going to be 16. And then we can change this to a 51. And then we go back in here. Hit the sheet icon again, or sheet node. Maybe I was wrong. Let's try 50. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Let's try this again. Aha, there we go. Yeah. So that's correct. Okay. So now, this is going to keep running every 30 seconds to check, is there any CRM lead or contact that needs to be updated, like I said before. And since one came through now, it's going to make sure that the length is greater than 0, because if it is, it'll be contacted. If it's not, then this if no pretty much just checks, is there anything to send? Is there any value that we should be sending? If yes, then let's send it out to this Gmail node. But again, this is just, I'm not sending it right now. I don't want to do all that, but this is pretty much how it would be set up. Again, I've done multiple Gmail node videos on this channel already. So if you want to see it, scroll through. So yeah, it does that, and then it updates the, let's go ahead and run that. It's not going to work, but is it? It's not. Okay. But if it did work, it would update the completed. That's why it didn't do it for this one. Okay. Because it didn't run because the Gmail node is not configured properly. Properly. I need water. So yeah, that's the workflow for the reminder. Let's move on to workflow for if the form gets submitted. 1B. Okay, this workflow is for if the lead actually gets completed. So you don't want to just track if the form is only worked on. You want to make sure that it's completed as well. So let's go ahead. Keep losing track of it. Okay. Let's go ahead and try it out. Let's hit test URL, hit finish booking. Thank you. We saved your spot. Come back here, wait a few seconds. This URL, wait a second. I don't think that I added in the test URL for this form submitted. Why don't you look at that? I did not. Okay. Did I? Oh no, I think this should be a post actually. I think that should be a post. Let me see. Hold on. Aha, I did make it. Okay. So yeah, that was my fault. The HTTP method should have been a post and not a get. That's on me. So now if we go over here, so when you run this, right, or when this is ran and it gets a webhook call saying, okay, they completed the form, you can go ahead and hit update. And now, oh, email errored out. Okay. This is a formatting error somewhere in there. Okay. See, I don't fake none of my bills. This is all realistic. This happens. This isn't production, so I'm not gonna do all the fine tuning. I'm just trying to get the lesson across. What was I? Yeah, form completed. Okay. So now, so this row. Okay, let me explain this part right here. This right here never changed because it never sent out. So it's never gonna update with the reminder sent part because it never actually sent due to this right here. I'm not gonna fix it because I really don't want to send it off. Or I don't want to go through the work of like doing all that. You get the point. So in this code node, it'll return this. Oh no, it's not gonna run, is it? No, it did. So wait, why didn't this update? There we go. For some odd reason, it didn't work the first time. But yeah, so once it runs, now it'll say, okay, this is true. It completed it. So now we know, okay, so this person, they finally went through and they completed the form. We can track that now. And again, since you're tracking everything you're doing, you know, okay, ever since we added in this server-side tracking, our form completion rates have gone up. So now you know, okay, so the automation works. It's giving us more leads, is giving us more completions, ultimately giving us more sales. That's the point of tracking all this. You know what works, you know what doesn't work. Let me go back here. Yep, it'll give you the okay, lead marked as complete, let the system know what's going on, responds to the webhook, boom, we're done. And that's pretty much it. Let me save that right there. Okay, I'm pretty sure I changed something. Yeah, the webhook, okay. So yeah. Again, I highly recommend you start tracking everything that you do, especially with little small ethical things like this. If the big companies can do it, you should too. Let's be honest here. If Amazon can get away with it, you can get away with it as well. And it's not illegal, right? Not at all. Because again, at the end of the day, the power behind AI isn't just content generation, it's the ability to take in raw data and spit something out that's crazy for marketing or for sales, whatever. And the only way you can get that information to really take full advantage of AI is by doing this right here. So highly recommend you do it. If you need help installing anything like this to get in more data for your business, click the link down below, schedule a free call. We can sit down for 15-20 minutes and talk about how we can set up a automation system or more tracking analytics for you and your business and your backend. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you.